As we delve into the rich landscape of language in the Word Power series by English Plus Podcast, we come across expressions that are not just utilitarian, but also paint a vivid picture of human interaction. Today, let's explore beat around the bush, an idiom that offers a colorful glimpse into the dance of communication. This is your host, Danny, and this is English Plus Podcast. To beat around the bush is to avoid coming to the point, to speak evasively or indirectly. The expression dates back to medieval hunting practices where beaters would strike the bushes to flush out game, enabling the hunters to take a clear shot. However, as the beaters were merely beating around the bush, they were not confronting the task directly, much like the modern meaning of the idiom. While beat around the bush is defined as a way to avoid the main point, is there more to it than the reluctance to speak directly? Let's uncover the nuances of this expression through real-life stories. Consider the story of Lucy, an HR manager, who often found herself in the delicate position of addressing sensitive topics with employees. While she believed in clear communication, she also understood the importance of diplomacy and tact. Hence, sometimes she would beat around the bush, carefully broaching the subject in an indirect manner, making the conversation less confrontational and more productive. Then there's Jack, a teenager who wanted to borrow his father's car for a road trip. Aware of his father's concern for his newly purchased vehicle, Jack didn't straight away ask for the car. Instead, he started talking about the road trip, his careful planning, the friends who were going, eventually leading to the car request. In this case, beating around the bush served as a strategy to gradually introduce a potentially contentious topic. Interestingly, in the world of negotiations and diplomacy, beating around the bush is an art form. Professional mediators or negotiators often use this technique to explore areas of common interest and to build rapport before delving into the harder issues. On the flip side, consider the story of Emma, a straight-talking individual who valued clear, direct communication. She often found it frustrating when people beat around the bush rather than addressing the matter at hand. Emma's perspective illustrates that while this idiom may be a useful tool in some contexts, it may not be effective in all situations. Beyond these narratives, beat around the bush often finds its place in literature, music, and films, highlighting the dance of evasion and revelation that is a part of human communication. Whether it's a character in a novel trying to confess their feelings indirectly, or a lyric in a song implying a hidden message, this idiom adds a layer of depth and subtlety to the narrative. While beat around the bush is commonly seen as a way of avoiding directness, it also captures the nuances of human interaction. It reminds us that communication is not always about being direct. Sometimes it's about the journey, about navigating difficult topics in a way that respects the other person's feelings and perspective. It teaches us the art of tactful conversation, of knowing when to take the direct route and when to weave around delicately. The beauty of the Word Power series by English Plus Podcast is in this exploration of the depth and dimensions of language. It's not just about understanding the meaning of an expression, it's about uncovering its significance, its context, and its place in our lives. With Beat Around the Bush, we've done just that. As we wrap this engaging exploration, let's carry the essence of this idiom in our conversations. Let's appreciate the art of indirectness while also understanding the value of clear, direct communication. It's about striking the right balance, knowing when to beat around the bush and when to get to the point. So until we meet again to unveil another fascinating word or expression, let beat around the bush guide your communication dance. Let it remind you of the subtle interplay of evasion and confrontation that makes conversations intriguing. In the world of language, every expression is a story, every idiom a slice of life. With Beat Around the Bush, we've lived a charming tale. Here's to more such linguistic adventures with the English Plus Podcast's Word Power series. Stay tuned.